Imagine a quiet, scenic forest trail in southern Vermont, a place where you'd expect to find peace, nature, and maybe a little solitude. Now imagine walking into that forest and simply dotishing, not just once, but 5 times. This isn't the plot of a horror movie. It's the chilling reality of what happened in the Green Mountains of Vermont, an area now known as the Bennington Triangle. Between 1945 and 1950, a series of baffling disappearances occurred around Glastenbury Mountain. It all started with Mitty Rivers, an experienced 74-year-old hunting and fishing guide. In November 1945, he was leading a group of hunters. He walked ahead of them, and when they reached the spot where he should have been, he was gone. The only trace left behind was a single rifle cartridge in a stream. Despite a massive search, Mitty Rivers was never seen again. Just a year later, in December 1946, a college student named Paula Jane Weldon decided to go for a hike on the Long Trail. She was seen by several people, including an elderly couple who she walked a short distance with. They saw her round a corner on the trail, but when they reached the same corner moments later, she had vanished into thin air. Paula was a freshman at Bennington College, and her disappearance sparked one of the largest manhunts in Vermont's history. The FBI even got involved, but not a single clue to her whereabouts was ever found. The strangeness didn't stop there. 3 years later, in December 1949, a veteran named James Tedford boarded a bus heading home to Bennington. He was last seen by other passengers dozing in his seat. When the bus arrived at its destination, James Tedford was gone. All of his luggage was still on the overhead rack, and an open bus timetable lay on his empty seat. He had vanished from a moving bus with 14 other witnesses who saw nothing. Then, less than a year after that, in October 1950, the Bennington Triangle claimed its youngest victim. 8-year-old Paul Jepson was playing near his family's truck while his mother fed their pigs. She left him unattended for about an hour, but when she returned, Paul was gone. Bloodhounds were brought in, and they were able to follow the boy's scent to a local crossroads, where it abruptly stopped as if he'd been lifted straight into the air. Despite another exhaustive search, no trace of Paul was ever found. The final official victim, just 16 days after Paul Jepson disappeared, was Frida Langer. She was a 53-year-old woman hiking with her cousin near the Somerset Reservoir. After slipping and falling into a stream, she decided to head back to their campsite to change clothes while her cousin continued on. It was a short walk, but Frida never made it back. She was the only victim whose body was eventually found. 7 months later, her remains were discovered in an area that had been searched multiple times. The cause of death couldn't be determined due to the state of decomposition. So what happened to these 5 people? Over the years, theories have ranged from the mundane to the utterly bizarre. Some believe a serial killer was operating in the area, while others point to the rugged and dangerous terrain, with its abandoned mine shafts and hidden caves. But none of these theories can fully explain how people could disappear without a trace from a busy trail, a moving bus, or their own front yard. Local legends and Native American folklore speak of a cursed stone in the mountains that swallows anything that steps on it. Others talk of strange lights in the sky, odd atmospheric phenomena, and a feeling of being watched in the woods. Could this be a paranormal hotspot? A gateway to another dimension or something else entirely? The truth is, we don't know. The Bennington Triangle remains one of America's most unsettling and enduring mysteries, a dark patch on the map where the line between reality and the unknown seems to blur and disappear. What do you think happened in the Vermont woods? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy diving into mysteries like this, be sure to subscribe for more.